Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my No Man's Sky video. This is Shallon Magi, and this is a day in the life of your friendly neighborhood galactic explorer. Yesterday's episode, a little bit of a recap, really just doing the normal things. I sent my frigates out on a mission. I pretty much took care of settlement type business and got my Quicksilver mission in for the day, and then the rest of the episode was really just making a few light year jumps, not a whole lot, but really trying to find some exotic biomes. Now, really with a focus on just one exotic biome that I need to get to, and usually the term that you will see in the galaxy map, like describing the planet, would be like calcifying planet or petrified planet. And what they have as far as the ornaments or trophies that you can pick up is what's called an ossified star. At the same time, though, I was doing that, I was keeping my eyes open for paradise planets, right? So I've been looking for paradise planets that, first off, visually look good, and second off, do not have any kind of crazy, superheated rainstorms, and don't have like super aggressive sentinels. I actually found in my searches yesterday, I found two paradise planets. One of them I just had to build a base on, and I made a video about that, and that video is out now. It was actually last night when I found it and I made the video, and right now today I'm recording this. So this is basically the base I built, and it's on a paradise planet. It's a little bit of a different paradise planet, right? The whole theme or the grass and stuff is like red, but it's nice. And the reason I made a base here, largest amount of curious deposits in one spot that you could imagine. Or, I mean, maybe you've come across an area where in your farm you've got more, but this, for me, is a ton of curious deposits, okay? This is a whole lot. Ridiculous. And of course, my nanites are pretty insane right now, 130,000. So I'm pretty good on nanites. For the time being, I'm really going to use this base really for the units, right? Let me give you a little example of this. But in this system, there is a terrible economy for runaway mold, right? It's horrible, and we will see that here in a second. But I'm just gonna get these guys rolling down here. But yeah, this is a stupid amount of mold in a good way, right? All right, let's get them going. Come on, boys. Anyway, just to be on the up and up, as you can see, I don't have no runaway mold. All right, let's burn them down. All right, all done. So that probably took about a minute, right? From when I started mining them. 1 minute. Now here's the problem. In this system, runaway mold is pretty bad, right? Minus 80% demand. Now, as you can see, what I got from that one mine was pretty much almost full inventory of runaway mold. That's just ridiculous. Basically 500,000 of them, right? And in this system, they're only selling for basically 2 million units. However, if I was to go to, and I did this last night, so I pretty much have a good idea, I'm going to go to my wealthy trade post base. Now, I don't want to do this too often, right? Because I could wind up crashing. I guess the economy at this wealthy trade post crashed the economy for myself when it comes to runaway mold, right? So maybe I'll do this maybe once every other, maybe a couple times a week or something. I don't know. I could easily just check out a bunch of different systems and choose to sell them. Doesn't have to necessarily be a wealthy system. It's just I have a base for this. Now let's see the difference here. So in this system, see, and again, it did it to me in this system. Last night, the demand was minus 1.0. And since I came here last night like 2 or 3 times, I pretty much destroyed the demand for these. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a different system. And I think what I'll do is I'll hit the system where my settlements are, okay? Because I'm going to have to go and take care of settlement business. And you know what? I don't have... So I'm just going to port to my settlement real quick, and I'll meet you all there. All right, everyone. So I'm at my autophage settlement. Now, before I even... I should help these guys out. Let me take care of these sentinels real fast, and then I'll go ahead and worry about selling the whatchamacallits. Well, where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. Yeah, we definitely got to kill the healer. Done. Okay, and I guess the brain is still up there. Yep. All right, got the brain. While I'm here, yeah, might as well just take care of normal business. So let me grab my heat capacitors if they are ready. They're not. And let's take care of this dispute. A criminal has been brought before you. Worker Tonobos was caught selling a valuable statuette that was stolen the last week. On inspection, it shows signs of tampering, as if hacked at in a hurry. Okay. Well, I kind of need my population to stay pretty good, so we'll take a hit on the happiness, collect a little bit of reserves, and find him. All right, and while I'm here, I guess let's upgrade this, or try to upgrade this building. 135 Atlantium, I've got that. All right, let's hit the trade terminal right here and see what demand is for these runaway molds in this system. Okay, great. Minus 1.8. So they're still at a minus, but look at the difference. That's basically 10 million units, right? So, yeah, that's a great money making approach. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, you may have to check a few systems, and if I was to go and get another batch and sell them in this system again, maybe once more or twice more, then all of a sudden you'd see the demand go down like minus 50, minus 100, whatever. So you kind of can't overstay your welcome, so to speak. All right, so since that's taken care of, I will meet you guys at the Corvex settlement. It's in this system, so this should be pretty much instant. Not instant, but quick enough. Okay. See if they're done with my quantum processors. No. All right. Shut down for refurbishment, expedite lab repairs. The settlement benefits from its communal pipe network, which contributes greatly to the maintenance. Following an unscheduled gas leak, a significant refurbishment is now required. Okay. I'm going to expedite the live repairs. And that's basically all I have to do here. So I'm going to go back to my freighter and debrief my frigates. And I will meet up with you there. Okay, everyone. We're here at the freighter, and let's go ahead and collect the goodies. And this is balanced expedition, storage augmentation. Yeah, I need to get on that, but I always like spending units first because then when it gets real expensive, I can just use the augmentations for any further expansions. All right. Mine dump, trade. All right. And it may be time, another storage augmentation, wonderful. It may be time for me to try to deplete some of my resources, which means making as many stasis devices as I can possibly make. Right? I'm doing pretty good on units right now, so I don't know if I can make 10 or 20 stasis devices. That would be quite beneficial. And also open up some room for me. All right, so yeah. Basically going to... that's basically going to organize all this stuff. And I will catch up with you afterwards. But let me go ahead and do a little quest for the farmer guy because he probably will have one of these type things here to give me. So I'll just give those to the guild envoys at the space station. Go ahead and talk to him. And I'm going to grab this stuff like normal. And I'm going to try to deplete all this stuff by making a ton of stasis devices. I'll make 1 or 2 on cam, and then the rest I'll do off cam because it's kind of, pretty slow, so eats up a lot of time. So what's he... So he doesn't seem to want anything, or can you feel it, the pulse of life? Okay, so he doesn't have nothing for me, which is fine. And I am going to grab... Well, you know what? I might not need to. Let me see here. Just get rid of this and this. All right. Stasis device. And I always like going into this menu. Pretty much tells you what you need. So I am good. I can probably just, I can continue to make a ton of these. Okay, cannot build missing components. So already need to go through this process. All right. And let's see what that did real quick. Yes, and now this stuff will make circuit boards. I'm not worried about going through all 8 of those heat capacitors, though. I just want to get rid of that polyfiber. So I'll go ahead and just make a quantum processor, make one more stasis device, I guess. And yeah. All right, cool. So 18 stasis devices. And what are they going for? 156 million, 124 million. So yeah, pretty crazy. Oh, he does have a, so he does have a quest. He wants, let's see what he wants. Yeah, selenium. Gotcha. He's all happy. All right, got some loreweed fruit, and I'm going to go ahead and put these ingredients back. So to begin with, I'm going to do a light year jump, and I'm going to do it in normal fashion, try to get as far as possible to a black hole, and then we will go from there. All right. There we go. This will do. I will meet you there, everyone. All right, let's do a quick planetary scan here. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a calcified or petrified planet. Forsaken. Abandoned. Yep. High energy, scorched. Hazy, and decaying. All right. Well, I'm going to, first stop is the space station here in this system. I'll meet you there. All right. I'm sure the guild envoy here is going to be quite happy to see me. Also, I decided to bring my purple fighter because this thing is pretty much good to go. However, he definitely needs all the goodies like the conflict scanner, economy scanner, aquajets, all that good stuff. Plus, maybe with the extra spaces, I can maneuver some stuff to kind of get the thrusters up here and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think I'll open up maybe 2 spots on this ship. Then I've got my purple, maybe, yeah, I've got my purple, whatchamacallit, solar ship to move to next. Yeah, this guy wants everything. Okay, so what's my Explorers Guild rep? +9. Yeah, it's pretty nice. All right, neutron cannon. I did find a pretty nice neutron cannon upgrade after the episode yesterday, and I did put it in the weapon. I'll show you what I've got, because we're going to find out anyway. But right now, neutron cannon, 103,000. So, pretty cool. I think it was a +46 or something like that. But, yeah. So, let's look at this neutron cannon first and foremost. Oh, that's real nice. That is real nice. Wow. 13 damage plus minus 46 charging. Okay. We got to do some comparisons here. Minus 46, 12 damage. So that's really nice. That's staying. What about this one? Minus 40 charging speed. Okay, minus 40 charging speed and minus 47. Okay, so obviously minus 40. But did I check this one? I think I did. Yeah. Okay, so minus 40 is the weak link. So we were at 103 damage potential. Let me see what we are. 115. Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty big upgrade right there. All right, now time for the mining beam. Let's see if I get an upgrade out of this. All right, 19 mining speed. Probably going to. This is probably an upgrade. Okay, none of these are in supercharged slots, so it makes it easy. 16 mining speed, 46 heat dispersion, 17 mining speed, 16, 47 heat dispersion, 46 heat dispersion. Okay, so we will get rid of this one. And man, I got lucky on this one. Let's see if I get lucky with the scanner. All right, scan range 32. Nice mineral rewards. All right. Well, 31 already. 38, that's real nice. 31. Mineral rewards 65, 73, 66. Floral is 72. Floral 73. So, I think that I usually scan minerals a little more than I scan flora for the most part. So I think, yeah, 1500. So this thing's got some pretty nasty scanner range to it, actually. All right, bromide salt. Nice. All right, yeah, this is good. Minus 1.1, so 277 million. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I'm going to offload a couple of these Corvette parts here. All right. And then I'm going to open up 2 spots on my ship. And I'm not going to use the storage augmentation. I've got a good amount of units now. So I'm going to go with that. 50 million. Yeah. So one right there. Shift these hyperdrives and pulse engines around a little bit. So I guess I'll go with that. All right, everyone. I'll be right back. I'm going to mess around with the ship technology a little bit. Hey, everyone. I got a little bit of a bump up on my hyperdrive. It was at 982, now it's at 990. The only thing is crazy layout situation happening, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, probably going to buy another space and then use that augmentation to open up 2 more of these. I don't know, maybe I'll just open up this whole bottom row because I've got a supercharged slot here and here. So I might be able to shift these over, and obviously I'm going to have plenty of spots for, my good stuff like my aqua jets and all this good stuff here. So I will be right back again. All right. So I'm just going to purchase. I'll probably just purchase 2, and then use the augmentation. All right, and I still have, let's see what I have. Yeah, I still have 198 million units, so that should be good. All right. All right, so I've got 5 open spaces, so I will be back with you all in a moment, and it'd be great to get the hyperdrive up. I don't think that's going to happen. I just kind of want to get this organized better. So yeah, I'll meet right back up with you. I think I'm pretty much done here. My current ship here may be my most badass ship in terms of damage and maneuverability. And again, that's what makes this ship nasty to me, right? Is high damage and high maneuverability. with my shields. When I see those going down in a fight, I can always just, repair them instantly. So, yeah, so I've got a whole lot of spots left here. So, I am going to go ahead and just install this stuff. I don't care if I have all the parts. I just want to get it kind of in its place where it needs to go. I'll probably do this. Why not? Maybe it'll add a little bit to my hyperdrive range. I doubt it. Okay, 4 microprocessors. Also need 5 microprocessors, so let me go ahead and make them real quick. All right. Yeah, that didn't do nothing to my hyperdrive. I mean, that's not even something I ever use. I'm never, like, trying to escape a battle or whatever, but let me see. I doubt it really does anything if I move it around. Oh, it does. Okay. I can handle this little bit of discombobulation here for the numbers. So, yeah, I'm really happy with the numbers on this ship. Pretty insane. All right, anyway, there's a black hole here that we need to go through, so I'll meet you at the black hole. All right, everyone, meet you on the other side. Okay, well, I guess I get to test my new, my new ship stats out here. You're gonna die, buddy. It, for some reason, doesn't want me targeting him, but that's just too bad. He's flying so close to the freighters and the shields. All right, storage bulkhead, everyone. Cool. All right. All right. So this is a B-class unit. I already took a peek. Oh, it's pretty cool looking, actually. Yeah, that's a good color scheme. Yeah, that's decent. Anyway, I would rather just get paid. Storage bulkhead and salute to you. All right, cool. All right, Going to go ahead, summon the freighter in, jump into the freighter, do a planetary scan. You know what? We just ported in here. Let me stop the space station real quick. All right. And, you know, I almost forgot, but tomorrow we might possibly be getting a pretty big update from the No Man's Sky team, right? Mr. Murray has been posting some icons on Twitter, Coliseum or a stadium or something, so who knows what the heck that's going to be. A-class multi-tool. Anyway, kind of, kind of curious about all that. So, another neutron cannon thing here. Let's see. I guess it would be this one. 42. That's not bad. I think I'll save that for one of my other whatchamacallits. Wow, scan radius 35. 32, 38, 31. Bye-bye, 31. All right. Wow, my scanning is nice now. All right, Guild Envoy and other explorers. Hyperdrive module, why not? Maybe it's better than what we have. And I'm gonna save that other one. Maybe there's another envoy that might want that. All right, wiring looms, gonna buy them all. Crash the economy here on wiring looms pretty much. Wow, they're expensive here. Oh well. All right, everyone, I did summon my freighter in before I came into the space station, so I'm just gonna port right into here. Go ahead and do a planetary scan here. All right. I'll catch right back up with you guys in a moment. All right, everyone, I think I want to call in the anomaly. Pumpkin spice. All right. Yeah, that's a cool little exotic. Eliminate hazardous flora again. I think that's been sort of the Quicksilver mission for the past few episodes. All right. I did want to do a derelict freighter, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to be able to do that for this episode. So I will meet you on whatever planet they're sending me to. Okay. Yep, so we got to find the traveler's grave, and then he will point us in the direction. And this is a abandoned system, it appears. Oh, it looks nice from above. Yeah, definitely cool looking. Oh, okay, here we are. I see it on my compass. Oh, figured it would be down here, but I didn't see it right away. All right, everyone. Well, you know, I'm not too worried about the Sentinels. I'm going to put in my good weapon because it's so much faster. Let's see. Yeah, all done. All right, so now I just need to kind of get away from these Sentinels. I'll go hide down in this cave for a moment or two. Okay, they're deactivated. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. All right, everyone. So, I think, yeah, the rest of this episode, I think I'm probably going to do a little bit of exploring, and what that's going to be is just a bunch of light year jumps, but with keeping an eye on specific planets, calcified, petrified would be nice. But before I do that, I kind of want to jump to this. I want to jump to this paradise planet that I found the other night. Yeah, future paradise base. Pretty decent. All right, we are here. And I don't remember sweltering damp. Okay. And does this... Okay, sentinels are infrequent here. Well, yeah, this is... And there's a lot of animals. He is an egg layer, so that's kind of cool. I didn't experience this yesterday when I got here, but shouldn't be too bad. I was just thinking I could ride around this planet, maybe search for a crash freighter, but I was just thinking I've got a crash freighter marked in another system, so so I'm kind of I'm kind of second guessing staying here. Yeah, but basically there's a lot of lakes, a lot of rivers, there's even an ocean portion, and there's a lot of trees, right? So storm is done cleared now. And damn it. Yeah, I think it's real nice looking, actually. Those big green leafy trees. Yeah, I definitely dig it. All right, everyone. Yeah, I'm at the space station, and looks like they have a Humboldt drive, and I think I have one of these in my storage, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And I just bought a neutron cannon upgrade as well, so I'm gonna check that out real quick. 31. Yeah, pretty bad. Let me throw this in my starship. That way I can immediately sell this off. All right. I'm going to hit my paradise planet. I'll be right with you. All right. Yeah, that is what I'm looking for. All right. Okay. That goes in a different one. That's what I had in storage, I think. Um, I think this is the one I just bought. Yeah. And I don't think I'm going to be able to. 8 top speed, acceleration plus 29. I need to compare all these. 8 speed, 28 acceleration, 8 speed, 26, 8 speed, 28. Okay, so 29. That's a strong one. So I'm going to throw that in there. I do need, I feel like I need some of these, but I wonder if I can. Nah, nothing to install. Minus 27 fuel usage. That's really nice. Okay. So this is the weak link. All right, everyone. I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put that storage bulkhead in my freighter and then do a light year jump. I'll catch up with you on the freighter. Hey, I'm back, everyone. So apparently, I never went through this black hole when I warped here. I guess I went right to the space station, then the anomaly. So just going to go ahead and hit that black hole, I guess, real fast. And I'll meet you there. right. Okay, everyone. Meet you in the planet scanner room. Fralding planet, so bubbles, pretty much. Grassy moon. You know, I might check that out because the the grassy or the paradise planet we just came from. Oh wow, intense heat bursts. That was also a grassy planet. So just want to check it out. Maybe it's real green and lush like the other one. So that was like that green or blue looking planet I seen from the distance. Okay. So now from above, this looks like kind of a typical paradise planet, blue grass. Okay, looks like I'm in some sort of heat storm right now. You know what? I think maybe, I think maybe I will head to the crash freighter I put a save beacon at. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the space station and port there. I'll check the weapons guy. I'll meet you there. All right, everyone. I'm going to check the weapons guy real fast here. All right. 43 speed, 10 damage. I don't know. That might be pretty decent, actually. All right. So I believe the save beacon is in the system where my bubbles planet is. And I will meet you there. All right, everyone. I'm going to call in my purple starship because I have some of my technology in that thing. And I don't want to forget about it. Okay, so it's not going to, yeah. All right, whatever. All right, let's see. There it is, yep, yellow save beacon. All right, I'll meet you at the crash freighter. Wish I had some staff parts on me. So I could get a look at. Yeah, this is a redacted planet. Pretty cool looking. I thought I might be able to access. No, I'm not going to be able to. Have to be in. My freighter has to actually be in the same system that I'm in for me to do that. to where you can actually access your storage on the freighter, not just what's in the inventory. Because I'd like to see the multi-tool weapon uh, color configurations and stuff. All right. First, let me do this the proper way and speak to the beacon. All right. That's simple.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge. Weather update. Storm clearing.
Nice. Pretty hard to see up in here. There we go. Come on.
Extreme night radiation detected. Technology recharge. Radiation leak detected. Radiation protection falling. Radiation protection falling.
No. That's the one I just got, I believe, and it. Is that the one I just got? Damage panel. All right. I think there's another one maybe. Or I wonder if that's every one of them. Huh. That kind of looks like it's all of them. All right. There must be water underneath here, huh? Right, yeah, that's pretty much that. So I'm gonna hit the freighter and I guess do like a light year jump or something. So I'll meet up with you there. All right, everyone. So I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Um, After I'm done with this, I'm probably just gonna do a couple light year jumps and definitely do some exploring with a pretty strong emphasis on trying to find one of those calcified or petrified planets to get the ossified star. If you know, and if I happen to find something in my journeys, I'll definitely record some of it. And so, yeah, I think that's about it. And thanks for sticking around. Until the next time, peace out, everyone.